Hello. Oh my gosh. This is my first time going live on YouTube. I used to go live on Instagram sometimes in like 2020, but I've never gone live on YouTube before. So, yeah, I guess people can just like ask me questions or like I don't know, I could just like talk about something random. So, yeah. Um I just took a walk with my dog. Um, it was really hot outside, but I like that it was hot outside because it's usually freezing where I live. So, yeah. Um, I have my Build-A-Bear frogs with me. I always sleep with these. Oh my gosh. Um, I'm surprised my mom let me get this while I was at Build-A-Bear because I think it was because I was with my friend because I knew if I was like, I want to get this shirt with my Build-A-Bear for my birthday, she would be like, oh, you're trying to push an agenda, aren't you? So, but yeah, my friend was with me, so she just let me do it. And then I have this one. Really? Oh my gosh. Um, I always like to film my videos right here because my like the back of my bed is like face toward my window, so I just like sit backwards on my bed and like have my phone on my bed and like the window is like facing towards me so I can have like natural sunlight and the lighting looks better. um I have so many stuffed animals with me right now other than my Build-A-Bears. I have like my elephant because elephants are my favorite animals. um I have this that I got for Christmas one year. I have this, which is like one of my oldest stuffed animals. Um, I have this Build-A-Bear that I got when I was like 9. And then I know this is a frog, but I put an audio of my dog barking in it. So, yeah, Indy. Yeah, I have 3 pets. I have a Weimaraner named Indy. She's like a big gray dog. You've probably seen her in some of my videos. I have a smaller dog. He's a Parson Russell Terrier, and his name is Stanley. He is like smaller and has white curly fur. He's like 9. Aw, oh my gosh. I really want to get a Squishmallow. I still haven't gotten one yet. Hello. Um, yeah, and I also have a bunny named Coco who I don't show that much. I've shown her in one of my videos, but yeah. My bunny is 2 years old. My dog Stanley is like 9 years old, and Indy just turned 1 year old. But we've had her for less than a year because we got her when she was like 1 month old. Oh my gosh. My little sister has a few Squishmallows. Actually, no, I have one. I just remembered I have like one like kind of mini one, but I don't know where it is right now, but it's a mouse named Catnip that I got for Valentine's Day. So yeah. Oh my god, I just heard about this new bill that I think it's a new bill that just got passed in Arizona where they're literally like banning people to dress as the opposite gender in public. Like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, the first time I got this frog was for my birthday. I went with my friend, and then the second time I got a Build-A-Bear gift card. So, yeah. Yeah, I was watching a leftist TikTok compilation earlier, and there's this woman who makes videos talking about like bills like that, about like trans people happening. And yeah, there are some really bad laws that are being passed in Arizona, and that bill targets drag queens and can also target trans people. So, but I live in like a more like liberal state, so I don't really have anything like that here, thankfully. Oh, I've never been to Arizona before. I also just like, yeah, um, sometimes I just like I have these like laptops at my school, and like sometimes I'll like alternate between like doing my work on the school computer to like if you open a new tab you can see all these news articles, and then I can learn about like stuff like this that's happening around the world, because there's a lot of states that are now banning drag queens, which is so dumb. Like, it makes no sense. I don't know why people like freak out about like a drag queen reading like a little kid's book to some little kids more than like school shootings happening. Yeah. I heard like the Florida governor, I saw this like article about it. This apparently like the Florida governor is trying to make it so girls can't get like free period products in the school bathrooms. Like what is the reason? Like even in my like private school, there's literally like this little basket that has bags of pads and tampons in it for free. Like that makes no sense. At least like make them 25 cents or something. Oh, that's good. I know. Oh my gosh. And then my parents were trying to talk to me about it, being like, no, that's just a headline that they made. So all like the liberals and the leftists would click on it and freak out about it to bring more attention to it. Yeah, obviously they're not making saying the word gay illegal. Everybody knows that. But it's saying that you literally can't talk about anything about homosexuality in schools. Um, I remember, I don't even live in Florida, but at my old school, like in middle school, the teachers literally banned us saying the word gay in our classrooms. Like, I think it's just because, like, even though it was a Christian school, me and a few other people were like queer, and we would sometimes make like gay jokes and stuff, and that's why. But it was so weird. Oh my gosh. Something that I was gonna make a video about that I thought was really funny. Um, so I sometimes watch videos on like conservative channels, even though they make me mad sometimes. Brett Cooper was like reacting to and like making fun of Dylan Mulvaney's like 365 show, and that's not like free. Like she had to pay $5 to see that and to put it on her channel for everybody to see, and that went to the Trevor Project. You realize that literally supports people like kids in the LGBTQ community, right? I mean, slay for being an ally, I guess. But yeah. I really don't get like the hate about her at all. I know, like she was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I loved Dylan when he was openly a gay man and accepted himself for who he was." But like then when I found out he was like pretending to be a woman, I was like, "Nope, I'm done. Unfollow." So you're being with someone, I mean, you're following someone because you think they're funny, but then when they finally come out and show their true selves, then you're like, "Ew, no." Yeah, ew. Oh, that's cool. Wait, how do you do that? Um, but yeah. I know, she's literally like one of the most positive people I've ever seen, and I don't know how she gets so much hate. Like, and I think some people are even saying that she's not just mocking women, she's also like mocking trans people by like upholding like stereotypes about trans people, which literally makes no sense. But yeah, a lot of people think she's like mocking women because she like acts super like like super feminine. She's like always like smiling and jumping around there, and they're like, that's not what women act like. Okay, actually I act like that and I'm a cis girl. So, yeah. Um and I've noticed obviously that like with like trans creators on YouTube, the less they like pass, I know, bro. The less they like pass, the more hate that they get. Like I literally they will straight up admit like, wait. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I guess I could see that at first, but she's not trying to mock them at all. Like she loves women. Yeah. Um what was I gonna say? My gosh, I hate when this happens. This happens to me like 5 times a day. Um, I really want a girlfriend, bro. But yeah, I love women. Hello. Um, oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think I was just gonna say, so many like conservative YouTubers are like obsessed with her. And I know you can like make a video about someone you don't like and it like not being obsessive. It doesn't have to be that you like them, but they will all upload like 3 videos a day about her at the same time. It's like they're all talking in a room about how they're jealous of her, so they want to hate on her. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Also, did anybody see Ezra Butler's, I think that's how you pronounce it, new YouTube short where he said he finally got to start testosterone? I remember when he made a video like a month where he like signed up to start it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. When is he going to do it?" But he just started today, so happy for him. Um yes, I know. I love him. He's so pretty slash handsome. He's so positive. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jerry. Yeah, she's like obviously not like a big YouTuber. I mean, bigger than me. She has like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. But yeah, she's been seeming like a little bit more centrist lately. Like she seems to be like pretty feminist other than being like anti-choice. But just the other things she says are like, ew. Hi. Um she literally made a video like bragging about how she came out as trans mask when she was like 12 and she was bragging about how great her parents were because they didn't let her transition. I mean, it's fine to be like a detransitioner or like think that you're actually not trans anymore, but like why would you brag about that? Yeah, it just seems weird. There's also a YouTube channel where I forgot what it's called, but it's a channel where this dad and his like 8-year-old daughter sometimes and his other kids like make videos together, and she's trans and she came out to him and a bunch of people are like, "Oh my gosh, just because your son likes one thing girly doesn't mean you have to force them to be a girl." Do you like that's they literally think like, oh, like this is how like they think it played out. They're like, oh my gosh, you wanted to wear a dress, oh my god, let's get you on estrogen, let's get you like on hormones, let's get you surgery. That's not how it is, bro. She literally got a new name, new pronouns, and started dressing more femininely. Like there are trans people who like when they like there's a certain age, I think, like people have said, like experts say it's about like when you're 4 years old or 5 years old when you start noticing like you're divided by gender, just like in like social environments and stuff, and they feel like they don't belong, and that's like when they realize that they're in the wrong body. It's nothing to do with like the parents. I've known one trans person in real life. Um, he's like female to male, and I went to middle school with him. He went to a different high school, but yeah. He went from being like a girl to, oh, thank you. Went from being a girl to being gender fluid to being trans mask. And one time, like, my mom was talking to his mom, and his mom kept like using his dead name and like using she her pronouns, and I was like, does she know, or does she just not care that he's trans? So yeah. I get, this is random, but why do I get so many comments on my channel saying like the same thing from like a bunch of guys my age, being like, women, coffee emoji, and saying stuff like female moment. Oh, nice. Um, and they all think they like ate with that. They were like, yeah, bro, we got her. Like, women are so stupid. You sound so dumb. They all look the same. They either have a username that is like the pride flag crossed out or the Giga Chad profile. What the heck? That, oh my god. They literally came in and like told you not to respect someone's name. What the heck? Adults are so invested in younger people's lives. It's so weird. Oh my god, bro. I made a community post that was talking about like Happy Women's History Month, and this guy commented and he was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm still waiting for my month." It's in November, babes. Not that you need one. And he's like, "Okay, well, if I don't need one, then women don't need one." Men haven't been oppressed for centuries, but oh, I almost dropped my phone. Men haven't been oppressed for centuries, but okay. I mean, if you really feel like you need to be special, I guess. But the reason why it's not as well known is because you guys are oppressed. Oh my gosh, what did you guys even say to that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, earlier I was in science and we didn't really have anything to do, and we were doing a Kahoot, and our male science teacher let us do one on Women's History Month. But literally a guy got first place. Like he knew more about like some of Women's History Month than the girls. Like I knew like a good portion of it, but I didn't know all of it. So that was interesting. So yeah. We did one on like first we did one on like I don't oh, it was like on car logos. We did the Women's History Month one, and then we did one on identifying countries, which if you saw me playing that, you would probably be really concerned because I'm really bad at geography. Like, I literally couldn't identify any of the countries, like just by like seeing the shape of it, and except for America because like that's where I live. But all the other ones, I literally was like, I don't know. Like the other people in my team had to answer for me. But yeah. Um yeah, it was just like we weren't doing anything like science related because a bunch of people were doing this thing called the art marathon today where like a bunch of people like signed up to just go in the art classroom all day. So we didn't like do any actual work. So we did like this 25 question thing where it showed like pictures of countries on a map, and we had to like There's like multiple choice. Sometimes you have to type the answers. Oh, nice. I also had therapy today. How do you feel about the braces? I'm getting mine off next month. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. Yeah, I hate history and geography. Um, I actually don't hate having braces. Like, I don't think they look bad on me at all. It's just like hard to like floss and like brush your teeth and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be nice. I feel like I'm gonna look so weird when I get them off, but like also look really good. It's just gonna like feel weird and like look weird because I think I got them on in like December of 2020, and I've had to keep them on for a long time because I like never wear my rubber bands. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it hurts. Um, I remember like last week, this guy had to leave school for a little bit to go get braces, and people were like talking shit about him in class. They were like, oh my gosh, he's gonna look so dumb. Like, who gets braces nowadays? Everybody gets Invisalign. And they were all saying that right in front of me when they know damn well I have braces. So I was like, thanks. Like, these people all think they're so cool because they have Invisalign, okay? My parents wouldn't let me get Invisalign because I'm going to lose it. I literally lose everything because I have ADHD. So, and I think I look cute with braces, so. And of course, they were all being fake when he got back. They're like, oh my gosh, bro, you look so good. Like, yeah, man. And they were literally all talking shit about him. Oh my gosh. Ew. Why? Yeah, I have to like, um, I'm supposed to be wearing my rubber bands. Like, you have to like hook one right here and hook one right here. I don't even know what it's supposed to help with, but my orthodontist always asks me like, you've been wearing them for 20 hours a day, right? And I'm like, yeah. I literally never wear them, like never. Cause I forget to, and also like they literally don't do anything. So, um, for me it's 6:40 p.m. Also, if I stop the live stream, it's because my parents might open my door and ask me who I'm talking to. And again, they don't know I have this YouTube channel. So, ooh, nice. Yeah, it's like, I like that it's finally starting to, like, the days are getting longer because I hate winter so much. I hate cold weather and I hate it getting dark so soon. So now the sun is starting to set at like 7:15, which is really nice. Ooh, thank you. Oh my gosh. 1:40 a.m. Is it a school night for you? Oh my gosh. 8:41 p.m. Nice. Yeah, like I mean, I like playing in the snow and stuff, but like I'm in a place where it's really cold, but like it also doesn't snow a lot, so it sucks. Um, I just really like sunny weather. And I love when it's warm, especially after like winter and after like months of that. My favorite season is probably summer. Was my dad talking in the background? Lucky. Oh my gosh. Same. I literally get seasonal depression. Like, I feel so much more depressed in like the winter than I do in the summer. But then I also like kind of feel depressed during the summer because even if I don't like the people that I'm going to school with, it's also just depressing not having social interaction and being around people. But the weather overall makes me feel happier. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So there's there's what was I gonna say? There's two new foreign exchange students from China that came here like a month ago, and people have been acting so rude to them. There's a Chinese girl who's in 10th grade, and then there's a guy who's in ninth grade, which is what grade I'm in. And first of all, when I told my parents, I was like, there's two new foreign exchange students coming, and I told them they were from China. They were like, they're probably spies. And I was like, what? But yeah, people have been acting pretty rude to the guy in my class. They literally like, yeah, there's literally a guy who calls him like Asian slurs and like literally imitates him and like tries to like imitate him in Chinese. And it's kind of, I usually like to stand up for people, but sometimes it's like scary, you know. But I told my parents about it. I'm like, the next time he says something, I'm gonna say something because that's obviously so messed up. And yeah, this is the, oh, thank you. Um, yeah, I know. And this is, my God, he's the worst. The same guy who's doing this. It's like also a few other people. The other people are just like laughing at his jokes, which is so horrible. But the main guy doing it is the same guy who's homophobic, transphobic, says the R word, is an Andrew Tate stan. So he's like the worst. Oh my God. I hate people like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like um he'll just be like sitting there or like sitting like across the room from him, and he'll just like call him names and like mock him and stuff. And the teacher just sits there and like doesn't do anything about it. It's so weird. Like, imagine making fun of Asian people in 2023. That's embarrassing. And they're like, I mean, they're coming to a new country. They're still learning a new language, and it's like already hard for them. So that's just messed up. I don't really talk to the girl that much because she's in another grade than me, so we don't have like any classes together. But I've seen her in like the lunchroom before, and she is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I should tell her that. I love telling other girls that they're pretty. There's a girl in 5th grade who vapes. Oh my gosh. I heard there's like 6th graders, like a bunch of 6th graders vape now. Like, where are they getting it from? The only other person I know who vapes, and it's not even at my school, I go to like, there's a bunch of goody two shoes at my school. Oh, um, yeah, my best friend vapes. She's in like 9th grade like me. She got it from someone at school. I know, like, bro. um, I know. I low-key want to try vaping. Like, literally, my friend offered to get me a vape, and I was like, I would at least try it, but my parents are literally going to disown me if I try one. They're probably gonna let me have no freedom until I have my Build-A-Bear. They're probably gonna let me have no freedom until I move out. So, yeah. Her parents are like mostly really, oh my gosh. My friend, I mean, yeah, my friend's parents are like really laid back, and her parents, my parents' room is right next to mine. She's on the very bottom floor and her parents' room is on the very top floor. Like, her room is literally in the basement. So she can just get away with vaping and smoking weed. Like, lucky. But yeah. Um I've tried alcohol like 2 times though. I remember when I was like 11, we were at my grandparents' house and my dad was like in another room. Everybody else was, and we were just there for Father's Day. And my dad's beer bottle was sitting on the counter, so I just took a sip of it and I was like, it's not really bad, but it's not that good. I know I love Hello Kitty so much. I'm obsessed. I just don't have that many I don't have that many Hello Kitty items. I pretty much just have some like Hello Kitty decorations on the wall that I made and a Hello Kitty necklace and earrings, and that's it. But yeah. And then a few weeks ago or like a month ago, I was home alone and my parents had this like bottle of liquor. So I was like, let me just try some of this. So I took a what? Um oh my gosh, I used to literally take a marker and pretend I was vaping with it and thought I looked cool. Oh my god. But yeah, anyways, I was home alone a few weeks ago or like a month ago. I took a drink out of a bottle of liquor. I don't even remember what kind it was. It was so nasty. It was so nasty. I don't even know how to explain it. It tasted like a mixture of like nasty medicine, and I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but it tastes like the smell of like a dry erase marker. Like those two things combined, and it was so nasty. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm not doing that. And don't worry, I do not like drink at all. Those are like the 2 times. Well, also, my mom let me have a sip of her margarita one time. Those are like the 3 times that I had like one sip of alcohol. So, wine flavored chips? I didn't even know that was a thing. How did it smells like garlic bread to you? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I kind of the smell of beer is like okay. Some of the liquor that my parents drink literally smells like ink. It's so weird. But my older sister, she got like addicted to smoking weed and she got better and she like doesn't do it anymore. Um, she told me never to do it and I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. I might just try it, okay? I just want to see what it feels like. What smells like period. It low key does. Yeah, she's okay now. She like recovered from it like a year ago. Um, yeah, she didn't know it was gonna be addictive. She thought it was just gonna be like a casual thing, but she did get addicted to like smoking marijuana. But she's fine now, yeah. It kind of does, okay. Oh my god. Has a weird smell. Um, I can't talk, unfortunately, I can't talk to my older sister that often because my parents literally disowned her because one, um, she came out to my parents like 2 years ago as bisexual and an atheist, and they didn't like that. Um, but they saw our texts, and me and my older sister were talking a lot of shit about my parents. We were talking shit about my parents, and my parents got really mad for like doing that. So I literally have not been allowed to talk to her since then. But then I made a secret Facebook account to text her, and then I got my phone taken away for a whole year. And then after I got my phone back, I made another fake Instagram account to talk to her though. But then my parents found that. And they didn't get as upset about that one. They were just like, "Oh my god, whatever at this point." But yeah. Yeah, it's really sad cuz I wish I could just talk to my older sister like a normal person. Um but she talked about how maybe I could move in with her when I turn 18 and her like roommates and stuff. She lives with her boyfriend and like some of her friends in California. So that would be nice. And yeah. She's also like not conservative like my parents. I mean, she's not a leftist. She describes herself as like a liberal, which I think it's like better than being a conservative. So, yeah, she's like more on like my side when it comes to political views. Hello, everybody. Yeah. I know, she's so slay. Um, Sometimes I look at Instagram and I see pictures of her and I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so pretty. Like sometimes, because you know, I sometimes don't see her for a while and then I see her again and I'm like, she's so pretty. Yeah, she, um, she really does like give off bisexual vibes by the way she looks. She dyes her hair all the time. She has like a septum piercing. She has like a bunch of ear piercings. She has a nose piercing, which she got her nose pierced I think when she was like 16, which she's my half sister by the way. So her like actual mom like let her do that. But my parents got mad at her for doing that. So when she was at our house, she literally had to put like tape over it, so they were like, I don't even want to see it, so they made her put like medical tape over it, and then she had to get it re-pierced when she was older. She, oh my gosh, this is something so messed up that my parents did. Her mom let her get her ears double pierced when she was 14, and and my parents didn't want her to do that. So they literally didn't let her spend Christmas with us that year when she was only 14, when it was literally her mom. So they got mad at her when she was literally like her mom was the one who let her do it. It's not like she snuck out and did it. So they literally like made it so she didn't get any of her presents and she couldn't be with us that Christmas. So, yeah. I don't know. Um I know, like it makes no sense. So when she was like a minor, she would some days go to her mom's house and then sometimes like come here. Um because she wanted to see me and my little sister. And yeah, but now that she's like 24 now, she lives in like a different state, and even before that when she still lived here, um she doesn't like come to our house that often because my parents literally won't let her. Even like they would not even let me see her for my birthday or like Christmas or anything. So, yeah. When she would stay over here, we would just do things like play with toys together. We would like talk in my room together, and like sometimes we fought about stuff, but she was still like really special to me. So it's kind of sad, but yeah. I remember like she literally like admitted to me that the only reason she even wanted to come here was to see me and my little sister because my parents were pretty rude to her, like mostly my mom because she's like her stepmom, and she would constantly talk bad, like even when she was at the age of like 8 years old, she would be talking to like this 8-year-old girl, my older sister, about how much she hates her mom, which I mean I could see like why you don't like her because like um her mom like used to be married to my dad, so and she cheated on him, which is why they divorced. But like why would you talk to an 8-year-old girl like saying like your mom is such a whore, you're just like her? She would literally say that to her all the time. Yeah, she would say that like this is I remember my mom used to always say when I was little, she was like, you are even worse than that whore, like you are the worst person that I've ever met. So, yeah, my parents are kind of verbally abusive. I still have mommy and daddy issues, and yes, literally by the age of 8 years old, she would do this. And Yeah. And her and like my mom would get into fights sometimes, like throughout like her teenage years too. Um, yeah. Um, I remember she didn't tell me this. I know. She didn't tell me this until she was older, but she was like really depressed when she was in high school, like about my age, like 15 or 14 years old. She like had like, I guess, trigger warning for this, for anybody who needs it. She had like a blade that she kept in her school bag to self-harm with, and instead of like caring for her and like asking instead of like caring for her and like asking her if she was okay and trying to figure out what was wrong, she literally got mad at her and like caused like a whole fight over it. Um, yeah. Yeah. Hi. Um, so yeah, they would get into fights. All my parents would always they would always say like gaslight her and say like she was the one who was picking the fights. Oh, bye. Thanks for joining the live stream. But yeah, they would always say like she was the one picking the fights, and she literally wasn't. They would always just talk bad about her mom to her. And another thing, like ago, this was the day that she had come out as like atheist and bisexual to my parents, and then they like got into it like a fight about it, and it also like turned into me, and um, she said like apparently I'm trying to remember exactly what it was like um my parents were trying to say that I said something about my older sister one time that I never said. They were like, weren't you like, didn't you say something like she said to you, or like you said to her something like bad about us, or like how like your like my older sister like treats you badly or something? And I was like, I never said that. I literally never said that. And they were like, say it, like you know what happened, like don't try to stick up for her. And I was like, I literally never said that, bro. So, yeah, I don't think she does it anymore, thankfully. She did for a little bit after she moved out, but she's doing good right now. She lives with her boyfriend and her friends. She has like 3 jobs. Yes, 3 jobs, and she goes to college. That actually sounds really hard, so I don't even know how she does that. But yeah. My parents also got really mad at her because she used to go to like a she goes to a community college now, but she used to go to like a really big, like, well-known college that she got into. Um, and she like I know capitalism. Um, she like got kicked out because of her grades. And like my parents would always talk about how much of a disappointment she was. And she also wouldn't stop talking about how like this one time, like I know this isn't good, but like sometimes young people like do dumb things. So when she was like underage, she was like, I don't know, 19 or something, she went to like a college party and she had a lot of alcohol, and she had so much that she ended up passing out and had to go to the hospital. And my parents just wouldn't stop talking about how like irresponsible and like just like horrible she is. Like, and they literally still haven't let it go, and it was so long ago. I mean, at least she's okay. My gosh. I know, like, sometimes my mom will say things to me like, I feel like, name of my little sister is like the only normal person in this family, and like you and your older sister are just like screw ups because she calls us like the woke ones of the family, which I mean, yeah, slay. We're anti-capitalism, where we believe in gay rights, trans rights, we love women, we're feminists. and they don't like that. And I think she's the reason that that's where I get my political views from. Um, no, because actually when she first, like, one time, like 2 years ago, in my Instagram bio, I had All Lives Matter in my bio. So she just texted me and was like politely telling me, like, explaining to me why that's not the best thing, why that's not the best thing to say, and how it can sound ignorant even if I meant it in a nice way. And I was like kind of being rude about it. I was like being super defensive because I don't know, like, it's hard to explain it. Like, I was just, when she was saying that to me, I was thinking of her saying that to my parents, and I was being defensive of my parents. So I, like, kind of got mad at her whenever she started to talk to me about stuff like that. But then I finally started learning and got out of my Republican phase. I still have my Blue Lives Matter and my Trump sweatshirt in my dresser. Oh my gosh. I think I got both of those like 2 Christmases ago, and like the Christmas of 2020. Wait, no, 2021. Yeah. I do not wear those anymore. And then my mom literally had the audacity to say to me, just make sure you don't wear that Trump sweatshirt in public because you could get hate crimed for that. Bro, like my mom literally talks to me about how like Republicans are the ones that are getting hate crimed and Christians. And she's like, anybody who has like a cross sticker on their like car or like a Trump flag literally will get like beat up in public. Like, girl, no, I've literally never heard of that happening in my life. But I have heard of hate crimes happening to Asian people, you know, when people were blaming them for the pandemic. It's been happening to trans people a lot. It's been happening to gay people too. I know. Oh my gosh. I know. People, I hate when white people, straight people, cisgender people act like they're a minority. Some Christians act like they're a minority. It's so annoying. Like, Christians literally make up like 65% of the US population. It's, oh my gosh. Like, so many people say, like, oh my gosh, it's like being trans is the norm now. And like, cisgender people, like the normal people, aren't even like a thing anymore. Like, kids are gonna be scared to come out to their parents as straight now in this next generation. No, we're still a minority. It's just more people are realizing that it's okay and they're coming out. Like, this isn't a trend and this wasn't a thing that was created a few years ago. There are people who have identified as non-binary and like transgender back in like ancient times, and there's proof of it. And people think it's just made up. So, it's not a new thing. It's just more people are coming out as that. So, and like, I know, like, obviously, like, every generation's has its like bad things and its good things, but this generation, like, it really accepts people for who they are, I feel like, and like uplifts other people to be who they are. I know. um like, I remember when my parents like found out that I was bi, they literally said to me, they said, you're just doing this so you can be accepted by other people, because like everybody's gay now, so you'll feel like you'll feel weird being a straight person. Like, bro, no, it's literally the opposite. I get bullied at school because I got outed. So, no, I didn't choose being bisexual. I remember this, I think I made like a full video about this. My there was this girl like harassing me in the bathroom, and one of the things she kept saying to me over and over was like, you can choose your sexuality, and I know you're just doing this to like rebel against the school. And I was like, no, you can't. She was like, yes, you can. And I was like, no, you can't. And I just kept saying that until she stopped, because literally, I don't know why straight people, like, I've literally heard straight people say like, we stick to the default settings. You guys just like choose to be another sexuality. What? Thank you. Oh my gosh. It was like one girl and then it like spread it to like other people talking about it. Like the guys would like on the school computers while we were in class like send me like messages like making fun of me and stuff and then delete the messages. There was recently like a group of girls who literally told me that they didn't want to be friends with me and to stop talking to them because they found out about that and they think I'm like a sinner and like a bad person. So, yeah. And it's of course it's like the popular girls at school. These like three popular girls. I know, like oh my gosh. They're like I used to go to a for middle school I went to a Christian school and there was like some homophobic people there, but there is so many homophobic and transphobic people at this school. Like it's insane. I definitely I'm going to another school next year. I know, like popularity is gross. Like it's not a flex. I think the first time there was like a popular girl. Actually, I remember there being like popular girls since like fourth grade, and I kind of used to be considered one, but not because I went around treating people like shit. It was just because I had like a boyfriend in fourth grade and like fifth grade, and a lot of people like a lot of guys told me they liked me and like they thought I was pretty and stuff, so I was like considered popular. But then in school it was just like completely different. It was like the opposite. Like nobody like wanted to date me. I had friends, but just like nobody wanted to date me and I was like more like unpopular. But yeah, and it's the same at the school, except I am literally pretty much considered a loner at this school because nobody talks to me. I mean, like some people talk to me like at like a lunch table or like in class and stuff, but nobody like I'm not like in a friend group or like necessarily friends with anybody. And sometimes that's hard, but sometimes it's just nice to sit there and like read and listen to music, go on Pinterest, and like be alone. So, um, yeah. Um, I think I'm going to end this live stream for now. Hopefully I can go live again. I just literally like my throat hurts from talking so much. But thank you. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have like a good rest of your day slash night, and hopefully I can go live again in like, I don't know, maybe later this week or something when I'm not busy. But yeah, thanks for joining. Slay to everyone who joined. And bye.